Hi guys, how are you? So right now I am doing an update on my copy of Mess because I think I actually only have one video of this up right now, which is just not okay because this book is so much fun and there needs to be more videos of it out there. Oh yeah. So since my last video, I went ahead and doodled flowers all over the cover of the book because one of the pages said to mess up the cover of the book. And I'm the type of person that would normally never, ever write on the cover of a book because I'm a bookworm and I'm really picky about the way my books are kept. So even though to some people this is not considered messing up the cover, to me it is. So flowers all the way. Now I will go ahead and say that some of these pages are not artistic as like my Wreck This Journal pages because the book is called Mess. You're supposed to kind of just be messy, but some of my pages I get really artistic ideas. This is one of my more artistic pages that I showed in my last video. It said to think of an object and try to draw it by tearing, and I did the house from up. I tore the balloons out of scrapbook pages and glued them on, and then I drew the up house. So some pages are more artistic and then others are just a mess. Like for example, this page is just a mess, and it said to, while drawing a line, have someone bump you and to repeat it several times. Now, my mother was just like doing this to the book while I was trying to draw lines. Yeah, it did not work out. But I actually was laughing the whole time. Like, I thought that was hysterically funny, and I know it does not make the page look very interesting, but it was a lot of fun to do. The next page said to cover the page with something sticky, so I used Mod Podge. And then it says to drop a powdery substance onto the page and then blow off the excess. So I covered the page in Mod Podge and I sprinkled loose eyeshadow pigments all over it. So it looks pretty messy, but it's kind of cool looking because it's very sparkly and shimmery and just covered in makeup. And so that it wouldn't rub off, like it's not on my fingers, when the glue was dry, I took hairspray and put like 5 coats of hairspray over the page, and that kind of just helps seal in the makeup. And then I had so much fun with this page. This was the first page I did during this course of working on the book, and I had a lot of fun, and this was one of the more artistic ones versus actual messy. The page over here said to mess up the shirt because this shirt was just plain white. And on Easter, my mom got us the box set of all 3 Diary of a Wimpy Kid movies, and the day after Easter I babysat my nieces and we watched every single one of those movies. I know, what a waste of a day, but it was so much fun. I hadn't seen those movies in years, and they're hysterical. So I drew the characters from the books on lined paper. I ripped them out and glued them on. So here we have Fregley. We have the baby brother, but I can't remember his name right now. There's Greg's best friend, Rowley, and then there's Roderick pushing Greg over. And then on the t-shirt, I wrote loaded diaper, like Roderick's band t-shirt, and I absolutely love it. Yeah. This next page said to cut a shape out of cardboard to use it as a stencil, drop it on the page, and to paint or color around it, and then to repeat that a few times. So I used cardboard and I cut out some hearts and I just colored around it with crayons, and I used some of my favorite Crayola crayon colors. Oh yeah, not much else to say about this page. This page said to fill this tree with interesting things, so I went ahead and used some of my scrapbook stickers that I've had lying around for years that I have not used and didn't think I would really use in my scrapbook, and they are now in the tree. Like for instance, we have a frying pan with some sausage. The squirrel kind of belongs in the tree, but we have a mitten, we have a candy cane, a giant dragonfly, some snowflakes, a compass. You know, I filled this tree with some pretty interesting things. And then this page said to do a drawing using tape, and to be honest, this looks like a first grader did it, but I don't care, okay? So I made a house out of tape and a tree with little apples in it, and then I drew some little stick people. So creative, I know. And then this is the last page that I have done so far, and I actually did this last night. And the page was covered in these little black dots, and it said to doodle by connecting the lines in an interesting way. So I tried to make it look like old comic book art because the ink was always put on in like little dots. So I thought I would go ahead and try to make it look like old comic book art. But because I was connecting the lines, like, her face is way too thin right here, but oh well. I still think it turned out pretty cool. So that was everything that I have done in my mess book since my last video, and I hope you liked it, and I'm sure I will be doing more videos on mess in the future. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!